Boom. Alright. Ryan, you can see stuff?
I can see stuff, that's for sure.
Okay,
right
so they're shuffling, and look at this.
Shuffling action.
This is some backwards stuff. How am I gonna do this?
Have they begun? They've begun. It's training time.
I'm gonna move these
Okay,
down.
Olu, we got to saw. We didn't saw that boy. That would have been tragic. We got to see Olu in finals. Oh, we got to see Olu in finals of the last event that they ran. And on the other side, Antics is playing Royal Knights. That's kind of crazy.
Royal Knights versus...
I feel like this is one of those things where it's like everybody knows the Royal Knights versus their main deck matchup, and nobody knows the Royal Knights versus everything else matchup.
Right.
You're like, yeah, I've had to run into this once in a while. I figured out what I'm supposed to do or how it feels. And then you walk across the locals table and you watch Royal Knights against some other deck, and you're like, wow, I haven't even considered how life must be difficult for one of you.
Okay. How I think we're settled in. This match is gonna be good, KB. I know you're in there with them. Make sure they ain't talking about cheating. Okay, Ryan, you can't hear it? This music's going crazy.
I went back and I listened a little bit, and that music was going on crazy. I'm slowly missing the context of what's happening because I'm trying to post on the internet about this thing. Right now, it looks like you've got a ton of setup from Olu. And as it happens with Royal Knights, no setup required, we're just going.
So I see, so he has a training and a memory boost on Olu's side. Anthony's got his Omecamon, he's got all of his eggs hatched with only one guy under. 2 guys under now thanks to the option card. And he's got his tokens off to the side. You see those old Digimon cards off to the side? Off to his left? Those are his tokens.
Okay, and did he... How did these... Oh, never mind. I see. I was like, why are 2 Digimon Emperor in the trash? And then I realized that was off of a search. The Dynast trashes, if I'm not mistaken. And now we're explaining Hokuto. Hokuto is an insanely cool tech. A really powerful card. I think can see some play if your deck might be struggling against Imperial here or there. And you can't quite fit the red card in that you want to. Hokuto is a card that's it's 2 cost, White Tamer. So very low maintenance cost for a deck to put it in. It is when your opponent plays a Digimon, you can suspend Hokuto. If it is a level 3 Digimon, then you draw a card. If it's level 4 or higher, you gain a memory. So depending on what the opponent's doing, if there's a lot of play by effect, you can kind of steal turns that way. Or if it's just searching off of little guys and you need card draw, it can also be a consistency piece for you. And it's all turns. All turns. So you can get some value on your turn if they're trying to play some stuff out defensively.
Ryan, would you believe me if I told you that the first card of the night I don't have in my folder?
Is it Hokuto?
Yes.
Yeah, it's because I think he came out in an RB set.
He was an RB1.
He was an
there
RB1.
He is. There's our boy.
Yeah. Really niche card that hasn't seen a lot of competitive play, but I feel like has had a place. I feel like if side decks were a thing in Digimon, Hokuto would live in a few of them.
Yeah. Especially because, I mean, you said, you know, this is so good against Imperial, and Imperial's been such a big deck for so long. This would definitely be one of the side cards. Along with those other, like,
The Floodgates.
Floodgate style cards.
No play by effect fellas like Gotsumon.
The goat.
My goat. Alright.
We got a
It
Lord
looks
Knight
like
on the
Olu
board.
has committed to fully popping off this turn. We're hanging out. Now, what card did he play
That's
off of that
Survex.
effect? This is
Dobrex. Sorry, that's Dobrex.
I don't know if he considered that before selecting the Dobrex, because if you play back a rookie off of the Sword Knight, you don't lose your turn immediately. Maybe didn't have a choice. This stack is kind of bad.
Did Antic draw for turn? I think he just did something really fast.
I'd imagine he did something. He started swinging right away. Omekamon coming through.
Omegamon's still alive?
Yeah, somehow. I think he wants it to die so he can start cooking some of these Royal Knights.
That's two of them.
I mean, we do have the option card available, so we don't necessarily need, a big discount here, but that's just another Omekamon, right? Yeah. But I guess maybe we wanted to put something in that we can purge out.
I don't know how, like you said, I don't know this match. I could not tell you the first thing about this matchup. I don't know how this is going to go.
Yeah, it's always tough. Usually, I feel like decks that struggle versus a blocker or decks that have a low lethality will really struggle against Royal Knights. Now, I feel like Lord Knight is not that. Lord Knight's pretty good at putting stuff on the board and killing you in like 1 or 2 turns. Mm-hmm. What I don't know, and it has collision and a lot of DP, and piercing a lot of times. So getting through one big blocky guy, not a huge deal. I think the biggest thing is, will the deck be able to fumble and stumble its way into a stack before it's Omnimon pop-off time?
Yeah. Well, I know that Antix isn't a huge fan of the Omnipop. He'd rather do it some other way. So he's gonna try and, I don't know, I feel like he's gonna try and style on Olu. So wait, he's got a token out. Oh, that's from Lady Devi.
Yes. Lady Devimon X Antibody plays out a token that is a retail blocker, which is insane. The amount of hoops we used to have to jump through to get something like a retail blocker, now you just get one for free while going up a stack. It's awesome.
There is, okay, I'm on the official Digimon website. I type in Lady Devimon, and guess what doesn't show up?
Lady Devimon X Antibody?
Yes. Now, why would that be the case? I could not tell you.
Ooh, Security Swing hits another option. That is pretty tough.
Yikes. So that means Anthony is completely set up.
Yeah,
right?
he's looking really good. Only 2 security left on Olu's side here.
Oh, and there's the Shoto.
There's the Shoto. We've got an Omni in the trash, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a good thing. We can pull that back, right? I could be mistaken.
Where is he pulling it back from? With what?
Isn't
Probably
there
one of those Royal Knights that does it?
Yeah, isn't there one of those Royal Knights that does? I think Genkumon plays from trash.
I
could be so wrong. It's been a while since I've had to read in depth.
So BT13 Genkumon, or one Digimon with Royal Knight trait from, it plays a Sistermon from trash.
Oh, okay, that's what I'm thinking about. I'll say that's what I'm thinking about to make myself feel better. There we are.
Now, oh, there's the Alphamon. Ooh, he's gonna stop that Lord Knight X from attacking.
That'll buy some time.
Be able to
the security is not high on both sides. We've got one left for Antics here.
One left
so
for Antics.
We will need some defense before we go crazy. Kind of flashing the Omnimon. Oh no, that's from trash there. He's tucking something from trash. Kind of flash that we got the Omnimon here.
Does he have a way to grab that out from under it, or was that the only Royal Knight in his track?
Great question.
Oh, he's gonna...
Okay, we do have the Gallant. Gallant on play, and when digivolving, and when attacking, not once per turn. Pops something from the DP range of 0 to 6 or 13 and up, if I'm not mistaken. So like 7 to 12 is your safe zone.
Mm-hmm. So let's see if we can get this card up.
Looks like we're swinging straight over the Lord Knight, clearing off the whole board here. We got a Protoform on top and a Keenan. More play-by-effect hate out of Keenan. Keenan, if I'm not mistaken, when you play it, your opponent can choose to discard. Is it an option card specifically?
I think it's just discard a card. Let's look. So Keenan here says, it says your opponent may trash one Tamer or option card from their hand.
Tamer or option.
If they don't, gain one memory and draw one card.
So it could be basically a 2-cost Tamer, or they could just discard one of their resources.
Now, I think the other thing that this card does is if Olu goes to play a Digimon by an effect, he can suspend it on Olu's turn and steal a memory from him.
Yeah, so that in combination with Hokuto, if the Digimon that's played is level 4 or higher, could be 2 memory. And the entire thing that Lord Knight wants to do is to build a wide board by play-by-effect abilities.
Right.
Completely getting shut down by these 2 Tamers in tandem.
You know, we saw last time Olu had a crazy come from behind win. Was that a pass?
Looks like passing and
so
activating.
So he doesn't have the Omni.
I think maybe they're kind of hoping that his opponent would discard and steal the turn, but because there's a Cracker Fang on the other side, guaranteed 3 memory regardless, just didn't want to commit a ton to this play.
Oh, I see.
So set up the block of Rishoto.
I understand. So that wasn't even Olu's turn. So, I mean, that might have been smart if it just resulted in a pass. I mean,
we need to keep these options.
Ooh, Psychmon goes down. Whoa.
Psychmon is usually tough. However, Psychmon, when there's already a Gallantmon on board, doesn't mean anything. You turn that boy sideways and poor Psychmon hits the trash so fast.
Well, Psychmon just...
is what I would say.
I'm about to say, the Gallant just got absorbed.
Yeah, the Gallant does get yoinked back up, huh? Why is Alphamon not being returned?
Ooh, does Alphamon have a once per turn when this card would leave the battle area? I think it does. So this Alphamon says, all turns when an effect would remove this Digimon from the battle area by returning 1 from this Digivolution card to the bottom of deck, prevent that removal. It looks like
gotcha. I think
Alphamon just got turned down though.
Yeah, I think it was just a moment of debate of do we want to activate that effect? Not quite. We're still holding on and building this large Yggdrasil in the back. Setting up another Shoto. So we're going to have to purge here and pull something out. Yeah, and it's going to be another search off the Dynas.
Heard that, Locks. We'll look into that. Hey, happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Enjoy that food. And save me a plate. I'm pulling up. That's all I'm saying. You know, I was looking at something. Hey, so, Ryan, if we could just have a moment. Have you seen how shiny Anthony's deck is?
Oh, I've been blinded by the light. I cannot see anything but how shiny.
Okay, so Olu goes to 10 off of the Leopardmon, and that gets rid of Psych. Olu has 1 turn to live. That's what I just saw. Olu has 1 turn to live. Anyway, Locks,
Turn.
have my plate ready. I'll be there. Anyway, jokes, obviously. All right, Olu promotes. He's going for it. My question is he considering that there's an ace in Anthony's hand that's gonna stop him from whatever he tries to do?
I mean, Dynas is pure purple, right?
Okay, I mean, you're being logical by thinking about what it could be. I'm just saying. Okay, yes, Dynas is pure purple. So it's either going to be a purple or a green, and you know Anthony's not playing a level 7 of either one of those.
Yeah, neither of those, I think, have a level 7 ace. The only thing is Susanomon that could go over those, and I don't think that is going to be...
If Anthony Susano aces on this turn, I will do a backflip on stream.
Yeah, I don't know that Susanomon is going to happen. I feel like without the proper setup, if it's just like a random level 7 going over anything, it pops a 12k, which is not bad by any means, but it's not
I was thinking,
what you want out of a level 7 ace.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're not red, but what I was thinking was Gallant Ace or Crimson Mode.
Yeah, I mean, something with that kind of impact for sure would be devastating.
Now, even
a Susano maybe could be impactful, but I think Lord Knight gets over that threshold on a Susano with 2 colors.
Now that Leopardmon that is staring at us gives all Digimon blocker, all of the Royal Knight Digimon blocker. So there are 2 blockers on Anthony's side.
There's also 2 Shotos on Anthony's side, so I'm not sure why we went for the Leopard, because they both have double blocker.
Well, he couldn't reduce the... Yeah, that's odd.
I'm confused. He was able to play the Dynas using the option. Why not play the Gallantmon using the option and swing in clear sight? Doesn't the option give you rush?
The option from Anthony?
Is it Royal Knights of the Purge?
It's Purge of the Royal Knights.
Purge of the Royal Knights.
No, your Royal Knights Purge. I can't find it. Okay, Purge of the Royal Knights. It does give rush. The problem is that he couldn't reduce because the.
Well, does Purge reduce or does Purge just play without paying cost?
Well, you're right. It just plays.
Yeah, so you could have played that Gallantmon. I know 100% that Anthony saw that play. There's no world where he didn't see that play. The world is he chose not to do that, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Olu does it again. The Zed for game.
The Zed for game.
Zed for game. Olu does it for the 2nd week in a row. Zed for game.
Anthony's set up the 2 blockers that he needed. That's why he had to give 10 memory, is he needed 2 Digimon to block to not die, right? Because clearly we can set up Lord Knight Swing. It has collision, but it'll restand, it'll go again. We need 2 blockers to not die. 2 bodies of any kind, really.
And I guess unfortunately for him, Olu said, well, I'm just going to swing twice and pierce twice, which got rid of all of his security. And then he said, Zed overclock per game. He said, last time I did this, I did not win the match. He said, I'm going to do it in game 1 this time. Ooh. You know, I'm going to be honest. Well, okay, what did we see? That we saw a missing Omnimon. What do you think?
We never saw the Omnimon pop-off turn. And we did have quite a bit of setup, but it was pretty slow for the Omekamons to get deleted, right? I feel like maybe if we saw one of them popped a little bit sooner, there could have been a more powerful play.
Oh yeah, that's very valid. I know Omekamon is like, what's your boy called? What was his name? You know what I'm talking about. Come on. What's your guy's name that always lived? Yes, Eismon that always lived in security.
I did. I had to think for a second.
Omekamon is the one here. Oh, he starts with Magnamon though. That's I feel that's how Royal Knight players always want to start.
Yeah, you get your free blocker out up front.
And he's just cheap.
He's
so
cheap.
That gets you started on your all of your Royal Knight stuff.
Yeah, if
now,
you're
Lox,
forced to go first.
Go ahead. Lox, I saw that you said the Royal Knights player must be a pro. This is Antics. If there is a pro, it's him. You should definitely follow him. I forgot I had this set up already. Where is it? Where is it? Somebody hashtag Ant in chat. I think I got it. Wait, I got it. Hashtag Ant. There it is. Oh, Antics. That's the GOAT.
Hey.
Actually, he's getting smacked. He got smacked in game 1. And the Psychmon is already down. Did Olu pick the Psych off of the training and play it?
I missed it. I missed what the training searched for, but I would not be shocked if it was the Psych, because...
I think it was the Lord Knight. I think it was Lord Knight X and Psych. And Olu, like, super fast reached for the Lord Knight and then said, wait a minute, I'm grabbing Psych.
Psychmon's pretty crazy, and already Deltamon comes through, so that's
Olu's
going to delete the
playing
Omekamon.
Very aggressive. Huh. So Omekamon, so he's letting Anthony get his, what did he just put under? Is that a Dynus? I think that's a Dynus. It looks like Dynus. I can barely read that. I see the smallest text in the world. Yeah, that's a Dynus one. I had to look at it.
I could not see that.
I had to look
What
at
I
the other
can
screen.
see is the Psychmon still on board means it's going to be very difficult for that Dynus to matter, being all the way down there. We're going to play another Omekamon. Look, we can put whatever we want under Yiggy. We need to pop that Psych before we go crazy.
Olu's in great shape right here. He's stuck a level 4 in the battle area. He evolved into a level 4 passing turn and stuck it. That's, I mean, wow.
Yeah. With Psychmon on board, we haven't said it explicitly, for those maybe unaware,
true.
Psychmon is preventing any player, all players, from reducing the play cost of Digimon. So that means Yggdrasil, which normally is reducing these level 6s to a very low cost to play on curve, making them be 10, 11, 12, 13 cost Digimon, and there's nothing the Royal Knight player can do about it. They're kind of forced to play by traditional rules.
Omekamon doesn't die again and gets another training.
Surviving and letting your opponent set up while denying your own, that is a tough way to be.
Ryan, how
Looks like we're
caught
going to
up
play the
with
option.
how caught up with Liberator are you?
I don't even know. I'm not 100% caught up, I don't think.
Okay,
I might
do you
be
know
a full
do you know
behind.
that Omekamon is in Liberator in a very small role, at least for now?
No, I don't know.
Spoilers, it's not that big of spoilers.
No, I mean that's fine.
Cool Boy uses him.
Ooh,
Omekamon is
do we
Cool
get to see
Boy's
Cool
little
Boy?
assistant. Oh, you're not caught up on Liberator at all. Okay, my
Sorry,
bad.
what I meant to say, I know who Cool Boy is. I know he's in the thing. Do we get to see Cool Boy play the card game?
Oh, we have not seen Cool Boy play the card game. He's what
Okay,
they're
I wanna
called
see that.
a game master. He's at the top,
Yeah.
as he should
I
be,
wanna
because
see
he's
him
just
play.
a cool boy. Is that a meme nowadays? I feel like I've been seeing something about, it's a
He's
chill
just
guy.
a chill guy.
Yeah, I've been seeing that. I've been seeing that.
Yeah.
Oh, I should check the timing. Oh, there's 20 minutes left in the round.
I will say, fortuitous for Antics to find the Royal Knights Purge, or Purge of the Royal Knights, because that is still able to be reduced in cost by Yggdrasil. Because it is a option, and it is a it's not a play cost, it's just a cost.
The blue Marimon comes down. Olu is drawing. Olu's in a really good position here.
Now I don't know everything that is under that Yggdrasil, but perhaps if we make it to this next turn here, the Royal Knights Purge of the Royal Knights will be able to clear some of the problems.
He's got, so obviously he has all four Drazels. He has Magnamon, Dynasmon, and Gallantmon is the latest card that was added to the bottom.
Perfect. Gallantmon's what we need. Gallantmon's what we need to play off this Purge on play, get rid of this Psychmon, and start clearing up some of the board.
If it does pass turn with the Gallimon, because he can't, well, I guess it's playing, but
it's playing without paying cost, right?
Olu is just going to be able to go into a Serb X and play the Psychmon right back onto the board.
Yeah, so I think we've got to clean up as much as we can.
So, okay, so he could, if he had enough sources, right, he could purge Gallant and then play the Omni.
Yeah, I think at this amount of sources, it's not going to be that impactful, so we really do need this Omekamon to get just deleted.
Olu is going, I mean, he's got his Lord Knight there, he's swinging. Oh, he's swinging probably at the Omekamon, I would imagine. I don't know why he swung at security?
Does he not have Alliance here? He does not.
He just...
And he's going to perish.
Ran into... I'm curious of what's going on here. Oh, is he about to drop a second psych? Would this be crazy if he drops a second psych? I'm gonna fall out of my chair if he drops a
second psych. It doesn't actually change anything right here because you pull out Gallant.
Oh, true.
On play, delete psych, swing, delete psych, because it's not once per turn. So 1 versus 2 doesn't make a difference if Gallant is your out. The question is...
I really wonder why Olu swung there.
Yeah. Immediately turn that Omegamon sideways.
Anthony draws for turn so fast, I've never seen it.
Yeah,
Is that another Gallimon? Or is that a Genkumon that just hit? It is a Genkumon that just got pulled under.
So now are we popping that purge? He's thinking.
I'm not sure how I feel about the phrase popping that purge, but it's okay. No, KB's right. It would be really cool to see Cool Boy play, like, because how strong is he? Is he above everyone we've seen? I love Liberator.
He's got to be powerful. Okay, we are going to pull out, but we're not? We're not?
Dynas straight into blocker. Wait. Whoa. Everything just got deleted? What happened?
Good question.
What happened? Okay, let's look at some effects, because maybe I don't know what stuff does. Dynasmon here says... Is that not... That is Dynasmon.
Definitely Dynasmon.
Dynas all turns effect. Your turn, when you play another Digimon, delete all of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Did you know that had that, Ryan?
I do now. What did this? Did we not get the searches off this Dynas?
I did not see any searches for sure. Wait, does Purge say you don't get on play effects?
That's probably what it says. Man, it's been so long since I've had to read these cards.
Okay, well there's the Dynasmon on screen. Look how shiny that is. Okay. Purge. Purge of the Royal Knights. Where are you? Right here. On play effects don't activate.
That makes a lot of sense.
And Lox knows. You know what? I was about to jokingly invite Lox to commentary. Maybe sometime. Anyway, we've got the Lord Knight hitting the board. This is why Olu wasn't afraid of it. He had another stack ready to go. What is that? Oh, the
Delta.
Oh, the Delta hits the board. Goodbye, Magnamon.
Pop the Magnamon.
Goodbye, Magna. Look, I know that they were saying Lord Knight is the big bad of this. The way that Olu is playing right now is great. I love seeing the confidence that he's playing with. He has practiced so much with this deck. Oh my goodness. Oh, is he? There's no way. There's no way this happens again.
He is swinging with Alliance. So he's pretty big. At this point, he's also using the Serb effect to delete and restand. The betrayal, as it were.
Does he have it again? Oh my gosh, if he does it again.
Are we going to see for the second
Because we saw
time
one go to we saw one go to the bottom deck. Okay, I was going to say, we saw one go bottom deck earlier. So I didn't. I'd be surprised if he had another Zed. I'm pretty sure he only runs one. Actually,
Most people play one Zed.
that's what I meant to say. Let me stop leaking my friend's deck list.
Most people play one Zed.
That's a scoop.
But I think it's scooping it up here because he did not have a response for that onboard threat.
Oh my goodness. What a showing. Olu went crazy.
Olu went kind of wild.
We didn't see
Swinging
Omni
fast.
once. He just ran him down before he could do it. That Psychmon put in so much work.
Psychmon definitely did a ton of work. That's just a matchup winner right there.
Oop, oop. Yeah, that
Here's
was
sometimes.
that was crazy.
I think the most impressive thing is you don't just have to deal with one Psychmon. Because of Lord Knight, the way that it functions, if one Psychmon hits, you're going to have to deal with that guy consistently, over and over and over. You have to have a game plan that gets rid of the Psychmon and also pops off in the same turn. And not a lot of decks are really built for that. They have maybe answers prepared if they know that they lose to Psychmon, but it's, I'm going to take my turn off to delete the Psychmon, and then next turn, I get to do what I wanted to do.